Yeah, I had some friends there. Oh, they were spared as well. Okay, welcome, lady and gentlemen, but our audience and fans out there in Streamingville, we're there. Let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for coming. My name is Rob Goodman. I'm chair of the planning board. Also in attendance tonight are my colleagues, Don Crum, Scott Mendelson. Matthew Retner should be joining us soon. Jeffrey Richmond, Amy Schoen, John Gerzan is excused for tonight. Also in attendance is our village attorney, Robert Zitt, our superintendent of public works, Michael Nowak, our village planning consultant, Malcolm, I can't remember your last name, Malcolm. Simpson. Malcolm Simpson, and from Hardesty and Hanover, and in Spiritville, they're doing everything behind the scenes is Tara Orlando, our board secretary, who does all of our minutes, scheduling. Basically, we wouldn't be here without Tara, so thank you, Tara. And someone just whispered in my ear, because I would have naturally forgotten you, David Heiser. David Heiser, our liaison from the Board of Trustees. Our first item of business tonight is actually the minutes of the September meeting. I think we have enough people who were here from that meeting. Unless there are any modifications to it, can I have a motion and a second?
Moved. Second.
Okay, can I have a motion to adopt the minutes?
Mr. Crum.
Yes.
Mr. Mendelson.
Abstain.
Mr. Richmond.
Yes. Aye.
You already said yes. Thank you. Ms. Schoen.
Yes.
Chairman Goodman.
Yes.
I need it.
Great, okay. Okay, our first and only application is Meadowlark Road, 35 Meadowlark Road. So, John, please.
Can I remind everybody to please speak into the microphone? Otherwise, you can't hear. I can't hear.
There you go.
Okay, so we're here for the public hearing on the public.
Oh, yeah, okay. Can I have a motion and a second to open the public hearing?
Moved.
Second.
Mr. Crum.
Yes.
Mr. Mendelson.
Yes.
Mr. Richmond.
Yes.
Ms. Schoen.
Yes.
Chairman Goodman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, now you
Okay,
can.
perfect, thank you. Okay, so 35 Meadowlark Road, we're proposing to do a second floor over the main house, and we're proposing to add a two-car garage to the left side of the house. And we needed to get a zoning variance for our front yard setback for the garage. And the reason we were doing that was because of the utility easement runs diagonally through the property, and we really can't add out the back of the house. So we were proposing to do the garage on the side and pull it forward. And then we need the zoning variance for the non-conforming right side yard setback of the house that's off by like an inch or two, because we want to line up with the second floor. So I'm going to show you the pictures of the house again. So this is, to remind you, so right now it's a ranch house. And then we're also removing the driveway that goes to the garage that's in the basement, because the garage is going in front of it. And then we're putting, what? Probably more photos than we needed, but anyway, you get the idea of the house.
Yeah.
We'll go to my drawings.
So the variance was granted, and as I recall from our discussion last time, I think the board was in favor of your design, taking out the driveway, taking pressure off of that area where the pipe is, and also I think you're reducing impervious surface as well. So Now, Malcolm, there are some trees, or are there trees that are being removed?
Yes, so there are 3 mature, I believe they are oak trees in the front that are being removed as a part of the new driveway and the additions to the house. Per the mitigation clause in the zoning code, that equates to 5 new trees to be planted. However, because of the easement and the additions and the new driveway, it may be very difficult to find placement opportunities on the site. There is the ability, at the board's discretion, to allow contribution to the planting fund for the village, unless the applicant thinks that they can find suitable locations on the site.
Right. What do you think, John? It seems like it's a constricted site. I mean,
Yeah, it is a constricted site because of the easement that takes up a good portion of the.
right, right. Plus, even if you didn't plant in the easement, I mean, Michael, the roots, once these trees take root, I mean, there could be problems.
That's
with
certainly
their-
a problem, right.
Yeah, including the pipe, so, all right. And I saw the letter that the pipe, yeah.
The pipe company
The pipe
was
company,
is
yeah,
okay with the,
right.
right,
You have to let them know, I guess, when,
when we start work, but
Right.
they're okay with it. They also came out and they did locate the line. And we have the surveyor came out to put it on the new survey, to update the survey with the line of it.
okay,
So that way we'll have their marked out easement line and where the gas line actually is.
okay, good.
That'll
No,
be
that's-
all.
that's good.
So, and that, it's all done. We're just waiting for the surveyor
Right,
to do the drawing.
right. Getting back to the tree thing, how much in the way of a contribution would the applicants have to make to the fund? To be,
2,500.
okay. I mean, would that be acceptable to the applicant?
As per code, each tree in our fee schedule right now is $500.
Yep, I have a question about that. Isn't this considered a very special condition? And perhaps that could be altered, maybe it doesn't have to be, they have no choice. They have literally no choice.
Well, that's why there is the tree fund. That to deal with that contingency. That's like the point of it, is that if there is no way of actually complying with the regulation, then in lieu of that, you pay the
No.
village money to help finance
Trees in
removal, tree
trees in better
removals.
locations.
Any questions?
So you're okay with
That was my question.
that, so you don't have to
I know.
replant them?
Yeah, I just think I guess you can,
They can always pay they always can plant 1 tree or 2 trees and then pay the
What
rest.
about
If it's
shrubberies?
determined that they
That they can.
are able to find 1 or 2 spots, then yeah, we could work that out amongst ourselves under the tree permit and the code. So if you find a spot to plant maybe a dogwood or 2 dogwoods or something of that size, then yeah, we'll accept that, and then you pay for
In lieu of
3
and
in
just
lieu
do-
of.
and do
Yeah.
rest of- yeah.
Right.
But for the moment, we would just say that we're donating.
What about shrubbery, which doesn't have the same kind of root?
Well,
issues?
shrubbery is not considered a tree.
right?
Our code,
Right, it has to be a hardwood tree.
our
I'm
code
just
requires
asking.
replanting based on the code.
I understand, I'm just trying to find alternatives.
Yeah. Shows revised upon-
Yeah, hard
Okay, well, there is a condition in I guess we'll talk about the
Well, also when they
resolution
plant the
later.
trees
but-
back, there's certain trees that they have to plant. They have to be like hardwood trees, right? They have to be real, right? They have to be substantial trees that you're planting back. You're not planting ornamental trees. Ornamental trees don't count.
I guess this is an issue, we're going to be discussing the resolution on this, and there is a condition relating to we may want to revise the language of that a little bit.
Microphone.
Oh, sorry, Amy. But, obviously, it's not an all-or-nothing thing. If there is space on the property to plant 1 tree, 2 trees, maybe not all 5, and then with respect to the others, there would be a contribution with respect to those others, I think that's something that can be worked out with the superintendent of public works.
Right.
and, they can survey the property. Also, because, Mike's an arborist as well, he's very conscious of the fact that when these trees are growing, where their roots may be going. And that obviously is something that we want to be sort of concerned about with this property because of the utility easement and the presence of a pipe underground. Although it's probably, 40 feet underground? I mean, how deep is it? It's pretty deep, I think.
I think about 6.
6, okay.
From looking from that guidebook.
It's not that deep.
Looking from that guidebook that they sent, yeah,
Right, okay.
maybe 4.
I mean, they are taking up the old driveway. They may find opportunities to plant there. No, I'm saying the parts of the driveway that are outside of the easement.
Or part of that front yard that's on the triangle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they will, the best case scenario for all parties is that as
But
many
then there's also
trees
other-
as
but there's
possible
also
are
other
planted on the
trees
property.
site too, so that, in theory, limit where you can put them to.
Right.
All right, but we know we need to, for every tree we take down, the caliber, it determines that we need to do either donation or replace.
Okay. Any questions that the board has for the applicant? Anyone else out there that wants to speak to the application?
Don't everybody speak at once.
I know, that's it. Can I have a motion and a second to close the public hearing?
Moved.
Second.
Mr. Crum,
Yes.
Mr. Mendelson,
Yes.
Mr. Ratner,
Yes.
Mr. Richmond,
Yes.
Ms. Schoen,
Yes.
Chairman Goodman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Robert, we have a resolution. Why don't you go through that with us?
Sure. A resolution granting site plan approval for property located at 35 Meadowlark Road. Whereas John G. Scarlato Jr., on behalf of property owners Scott and Stacy Schwartz, submitted application for approval of a site plan concerning the proposed construction of a new second-floor addition, side addition of a two-car garage, a new front porch, new rear deck, and interior renovations of an existing dwelling situated at the property located at 35 Meadowlark Road. Whereas the planning board is the approval authority for this application. Whereas the application is a type 2 action pursuant to SECRA. Whereas a public hearing was opened on October 10th, 2024, and closed on October 10th, 2024. Now therefore be it resolved that the Village of Rybrook Planning Board hereby grants the site plan approval for the proposed project, subject to the conditions written in the resolution.
Okay. I'll go over those conditions for the benefit of the applicant.
Sure.
if you don't mind.
So there are three conditions. The applicant shall submit a construction management plan to the satisfaction of the village building inspector and superintendent of public works and village engineer. The applicant shall submit a revised landscaping plan to indicate the planting of the replacement trees in accordance with Chapter 235 of the Village Code and to the satisfaction of the superintendent of public works, village engineer. And the applicant shall adhere to any and all conditions concerning the encroachment agreement as more fully set forth in the above referenced correspondence dated October 8th, 2024 from Kinder Morgan.
Okay, I have a question, Robert. On 2, should there be language in there that some language that in lieu of planting the trees, that there be a contribution to the fund, or is that already
I think
covered in
that's-
Chapter 20?
That's under 235.
All right, okay, so
Yeah.
that's covered by the whole thing. And the only other, I think, resolution that I just wanted to bring to the applicant's attention is the first be it resolved clause that grants this application, that grant this has no impact on any encroachment. There's apparently a play area that a play area located at a place where it may be encroaching on your neighbor's property. I'm not sure. I don't want to even get in the way of that.
In the backyard.
Well, the survey shows it's over, the language would be, according to the GIS, is 10 Oriole Place.
Okay,
Yes, that's so weird.
Yeah.
It would have to just be moved.
right. Now, we're not, the purpose of the resolution, that resolve clause, is really to say that our granting this application has nothing to do with that. That is totally between the neighbors and resolving that issue, if there's any issue to resolve. So that, I just wanted to point that out unless there was any confusion on that point. Okay, unless there are any modifications? Yes.
Is it, just for clarity, on point 3, when you refer to the encroachment agreement, it's the encroachment agreement dated April 20th, 2020, right?
Yes.
Because it appears as though there might be a new, like, modified encroachment agreement as to regards the construction plans.
Right, so they're going to have to, based on what I read in the Kinder Morgan letter, they're going to have to provide a new encroachment agreement reflecting the changes.
So wouldn't it be better
To put the date in.
just to say on number 3, concerning the encroachment agreement dated April 20th,
Yeah. I'd put the
2020,
date in.
and as amended or
Sure. Yeah, I can make
supplanted or
those
whatever?
changes. Yeah.
Okay, that makes
agree.
sense. Everyone in agreement on that? Okay. Subject to that revision, can I have a motion and a second to adopt the resolution?
Moved.
Second.
Mr. Crum,
Yes.
Mr. Mendelson,
Yes.
Mr. Ratner,
Yes.
Mr. Richmond,
Yes.
Ms. Schoen,
Yes.
Chairman Goodman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck to
Good
you
luck.
guys.
Thank
you very much.
Welcome, John. Okay, is there any further business to be had?
No.
No? Okay. Yes, Robert, you have anything? Nothing? No, nothing. All right, then can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion moved.
Yes. Second?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks for coming.